you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it
guys,
before.
welcome back to the channel, or if you are brand new here and this is the very first time you ever see me, what's up? I am Jen. I share all things health and wellness here on the channel. Anything I do to level up my own life, I share with you guys in hopes to inspire and motivate you to do the same. So if that sounds like your jam, make sure to subscribe before we jump into today's video. All right, beauties, we are jumping into another Talk Tuesday. I don't think I've done one of these in a hot minute, but I figured I would just get on here and chat with you guys for a little bit. I can't even take my hair serious in this viewfinder, but anyways, we're gonna ignore that. But especially right now, heading into the second week of January, I know all that January 1 energy and hype starts to wane and people start to fall off. So I'm gonna dive into what I think the top like 5 reasons that tends to happen is. I know that I have found it true in the past in my own life, and I've seen it time and time again with clients or people wanting to go on a health journey, especially because a lot of us want that new year, new me, new body, new health, all of those goals, which are all awesome goals, but they're all not easy to attain, right? So I did go over in my 2024 goals video. If you guys missed that one, go check it out. I talk about all my goals for the new year, all the fun, exciting stuff that I am wanting to achieve this year. And then I also talk about 6 tips that will help you achieve your goals. So go check out that first. And then here I'm going to talk about kind of the opposite of why I think that people don't keep that energy and hype and execute on their goals. But speaking of goals, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you definitely should. Sunday, hubby and I did our first long run of 2024, and again, if you guys saw the 2024 video or you've been around for a hot minute, you know one of my biggest goals and the one that I am the most fired up about is completing a marathon and crossing that marathon finish line. So Sunday, hubby and I set out. We actually didn't even set out to complete a half marathon. We were planning on doing probably 10 or 11 miles. We normally know the distance before we set out, but we were kind of just like going with the flow, and after we hit probably about halfway, we were like, we're gonna do a half marathon. We're just gonna push ourselves and we're just gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. And it was so very incredibly hard. And probably from about mile 8 to 13, it was 13.23 is what I finished on, was hard as hell. And the last couple miles especially, because I had blisters and it was just rubbing on that raw skin and bleeding, and that's a whole nother story. Probably sounds gross. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I posted pictures of that because I'm documenting my whole journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of it. And that's just part of it. If you're a runner, you get it. That comes with the territory. But I will tell you, the run was hard as hell, and I have no idea how we are going to double that time for a marathon. And doing that, like once I finished that at 13.2 miles, thinking about having to do that whole thing again was just like too big for my brain to even wrap around at that moment. Like I was so sick and just broken. I was just like, holy moly, how in the hell are we gonna double this to cross that finish line? But come hell or high water, this year we will absolutely crush that goal. But I know that it's going to just take relentless work and consistency. And the honest truth is that most goals that we are trying to go after are pretty ugly. Most of the work is pretty ugly and hard and boring and monotonous and just doing the same thing over and over and over again, putting those reps in till you actually reach your goal and you continue to get better and stronger. So I will be filming more about my marathon training because I know a bunch of you are interested in that journey and or wanting to start a running journey of your own. So I will keep you guys posted on that, but want to keep my YouTube fam included in on all of that as well for all of you guys that don't follow me over on the gram. It's easier on Instagram to just kind of post in real time stuff that's going on rather than, you know, on the YouTube videos. However, I am posting more shorts. I'm going to keep posting those. You guys seem to like those as well. But diving into the 5 reasons, because this Talk Tuesday, I don't want to make it super long, so we're going to go ahead and jump into it. And all of these aren't in any order of importance. They're all equally as important in my opinion. But one would be lack of clarity and no plan. That's kind of like one lump together, because I think you have to have that North Star. You have to be extremely specific, and you have to have an actionable plan on how to get there, because you have to have daily steps, little things that you do every single day that progressively get you closer and closer to that North Star. So you have to know what it is, that desired outcome that you are after, which I talked about in the goals video. And then you have to have an actionable plan that you know the steps that you have to take, a roadmap in essence that helps you to get exactly where you're going. And what tends to happen if you don't have that is it's easy to lose focus, and then you get overwhelmed. And naturally, us as humans, we want to avoid pain and seek pleasure, right? So at the moment that we feel frustrated or overwhelmed or that lack of drive, we revert straight back to our old habits and our comfort zone, because it's just in our mind in that moment, it's easier to live there. However, it really isn't, as you all know, because you wake up the next day regretting the day before, regretting that you're not moving towards your goals, not happy with your life, not happy with your health, your body, whatever it is. So it may seem easier in the moment, but it definitely isn't. But it's so very easy for us to lose focus, get overwhelmed, and just revert right back to our old habits. So having that clarity, that North Star that you are driving to, and a roadmap to get you there helps to alleviate some of that and helps you to keep that drive and keep moving towards the goal at hand. Number 2 would be unrealistic expectations. And I see this far too often in the health and fitness world. People want abs in 30 days. They want luscious, beautiful glutes in 30 days. They want to be shredded and jacked and have muscles this big in 30 days. It just doesn't work like that. You're not dropping 50 pounds in 30 days, not healthily anyways. And having expectations like that does the exact same thing as the lack of clarity. You end up frustrated, discouraged, overwhelmed, and then again, we try to avoid that discomfort and we revert right back to our old habits where it's comfortable and we don't have to actually put in any of the work, and I can't reach it anyways. There's no way I'm going to get to 50 pounds less in 3 weeks, so why even try? So making sure to set realistic expectations for yourself, I think, is super, super important and will help keep you driven to keep moving towards that goal. And number 3 would be poor self-management. And I know this is way easier said than done, but being a steward of oneself is so important. Being able to manage your time, your emotions, your thoughts, being self-aware, having personal responsibility, being able to prepare and plan ahead your days so that you can manage your days well, and then being able to reflect and audit yourself, being self-aware to know where you need to make adjustments or honest assessments so that you can keep moving forward and executing on each of those daily habits in that roadmap that's going to help you get to that goal. And that definitely comes with time. It's like a muscle, being able to get better at time management, managing your emotions, your thought life, your actions, your habits, all of that. Being able to be a good manager of yourself definitely takes some time and consistency, but it's super important to have a productive life and to be able to reach these goals. Number 4 is probably one of the biggest ones, and that's simply just lack of consistency. It's not necessarily the plan. Yes, of course, there are plans that don't work and plans that do. More often than not, it's just that you're not executing the plan for long enough. You're on 3 days, off 2 days, on 5 days, off 2 days. Just, it's up and down, up and down, up and down, and there isn't any consistency. Being consistent for long enough to build positive momentum is so critical to achieving any goal and just to see progress in any area of your life, whether it's in the gym, whether it's with weight loss, whether it's with a career, whatever. Consistency is where it matters, and being able to build up that positive momentum. So most people just quit too soon. So it's not even necessarily, like I said, the plan is bad. It's just that you haven't executed the plan enough days in a row for long enough. Knowing that you got to get those reps in, day out, day in, day out is super important and will definitely help you hit that North Star. And sorry if you guys hear my dog snoring super loud in the background. She's clearly sleeping very well right now, but that's super loud. And the wind, because we have a storm coming and it's just like insane gusts of wind. So hopefully all of that isn't too loud. But the last one, and another very, very important one, is lack of accountability. You guys know I have talked about this to like the nth degree at this point, but it is so very, very, very important. And what is accountability? Literally all it is having something or someone outside of yourself hold your feet to the fire and make sure that you're doing what you said you wanted to do, and you are plugging away at those daily steps that are going to get you to whatever goal or desired outcome that you are trying to reach. And this could be a million different ways. An in-person coach, an online coach, a group class, a spouse, workout partner that you can meet at the gym on these specific days, every single week, these specific times. Now, of course, you want to try to get somebody that is dependable and really wants to go after whatever goal. You don't want to get somebody that is struggling also, because oftentimes then you'll both just give up together. So you want to try to get somebody that is going to push you and hold you accountable and hold your feet to the fire and make you want to show up even on the days that you don't really feel like it, because oftentimes we'll give up on ourselves way quicker if we think we're the only ones watching. But if somebody else is watching, or we're sharing it online, we're posting it for accountability, whatever it is, we have our accountability group, we've signed up and paid for classes. Oftentimes, if you invest with your money, you will be more likely to stay committed to the process. I know that with coaching, hands down. In the beginning, when I was doing free coaching, trying to get people to stick to the plan and stay committed was like pulling teeth. But once you have people actually invest in themselves and have some skin in the game, then they tend to approach things more wholeheartedly and want to actually stay committed to the process. So find some kind of accountability, whatever that is. I obviously am a coach, and if you need that help, then make sure to reach out to me. But it doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody. It could be a local coach in your area. It could be a class that you go sign up for. It could be a friend, a spouse. It could be whatever, just something outside of yourself, especially if you're brand new on this journey and you need that accountability even more. Once you get into certain habits and routines, you may not need as much accountability, but know yourself. Again, back to being a good manager of yourself is knowing yourself and being honest with yourself and being able to be self-aware enough to know where you're at in your journey and what you need. And am I going to hold true to this, or do I need somebody to kind of help hold me accountable to these things? Because that will definitely help you achieve all of these New Year's goals, so that you don't join the majority of the population that slides off after 2 weeks. Because I don't want to see you do that. I want to see you win. I want to see all of you guys win. I want to see you guys crush all of your goals for 2024. I am super pumped for this year. If you make a goal and you make it specific enough and you make that roadmap to it and you get accountability and you start managing yourself better, your odds of achieving those goals will skyrocket. So bet on yourself, invest in yourself, and do these things so that you don't fall off and find yourself in the same place next year. Because I definitely don't want to see that. I want to see you guys absolutely crush it. I want to see all of us cross that marathon finish line, whatever that is for you. That's one of mine, but whatever it is for you, I want to see you cross that finish line too and absolutely crush it this year. But again, I said I wasn't going to make this video super long, and here we are. So I'm going to quit gabbing, but I hope you guys have an absolutely killer day. If you guys enjoy these videos and these Talk Tuesdays, I definitely will be bringing more of these this year. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it with anybody else you think it'll be helpful to. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you aren't subscribed, make sure to do that before you go so you don't miss out on the videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Here's to crushing 2024 together, and I will catch y'all in the next video.